Once again, thank you for coming. This is John Chaplin. I'm a solutions consultant for Siemens PLM Digital Manufacturing Solutions Group. And today's lesson is going to be on inheriting PMI, which I think is one of the most exciting portions of the use of this software. There's so much automation that you can achieve in programming your parts if your models have PMI. Creating PMI is another lesson, but hopefully you'll see the great advantages of having a PMI-based model in this presentation. In this view, I have a 3D model with 3D PMI open in this session, and if we click on each PMI individually, you'll notice that the PMI highlights, as well as the surface that the PMI is attached to. PMI, Product Manufacturing Information, is a way of labeling your model, designating tolerances, datums, and other such conditions that your model must adhere to. And this model has quite a bit of PMI on it. Now, in order to make the CMM program, once again we choose File New. We'll tell it to create a new DMIS inspection file. We're now in the inspection application. You'll notice the inspection navigator is available in the program overview. You'll notice that at the top of the screen it says we're in the inspection application and we have our inspection icons all available. Now, the magic button that we're going to see here is this Link to PMI button. The Link to PMI button, it's a button that will automatically create the feature database. It will create the tolerances and the inspection paths, all based upon the PMI that has been assigned to the model. Notice we're telling it create inspection paths. Yes. And when we OK that, it's going through the process now of building the feature database, creating the inspection paths and the tolerances for all the PMI designated features in the model. It's really very automated. A great deal of our CMM inspection programming work is already done. We may have to go in there and do some additional work. We need to change some probe angles, and we probably need to set up a teach point and set up an orientation scheme. So it's probably done a great percentage of our work, but not all our work. We're going to need to go and do a few setup things. But as you can see, our feature database is created. Our model is toleranced, and we're pretty much a good portion done with our generating our CMM program. If we select the inspection paths, you can see the paths there on the features of the model. Of course, you can go in and edit those and add more or less inspection points, but it gives you a good starting point. You may also want to change the probe angles to a more convenient orientation for your probe. So there'll still be some work that will need to be done, but we're going to just leave it like it is, and we'll show you that you can simply post-process it now to create a DMIS file that should run on your DMIS compliant CMM. Those are a few more of our tolerance features that we're looking at there. Now, once your programming work is done, you might generate your program to bring all your schema statements and the like up to readiness to post-process. You select your post-processor, in this case DMIS 5.2, and choose OK, and there we see a DMIS file that should be nearly ready to run on a CMM. And that's programming a CMM quite automatically using inherit PMI. Link to PMI was the button, if you remember, that made that all possible. We'll discuss the authoring of PMI in another lesson, but hopefully from this you can see the advantages of having PMI authored in your model. As always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.